All right, we're back. Not live, but we're back for another quick recap of the week. Um, yeah, so just getting straight right into it. This week was honestly kind of a little funny. We did have a lot of news come in though throughout the week, so we did have a lot of opportunities. But I was hoping for a lot of opportunities to trade, but honestly, we just had really long. We had honestly for the most part, we had really long. What do you call them? Um, like pushes, rushes either down or up. I didn't really get to see any retracement entries, to be honest. So I didn't really take any trades uh throughout the week a lot. The only thing I took was on Wednesday. I took a break-even trade. I didn't post it because it was a break-even trade. It wasn't really relevant. Thursday I took no trades, and today I did take. I took two trades. I took one losing trade and I took one break-even trade. Another thing to consider and keep in mind is that I have been de-risking my funded. So I was aiming to do about 1% per trade. But because December is looking a little wonky, I'm only going with about 0.5%. So I'm only risking about 250 bucks per trade, versus my regular 500 bucks per trade, or at least starting off in my funded. But I am maybe aiming to, if I see an A plus setup, I might put on the full 500. But in the meantime, I haven't really been seeing anything good, so I have been de-risking throughout the month. So just quickly recapping here. So at open, I was aiming for a bearish bias. We had this large candle push down. We tapped into this 1 hour low. At 10 a.m., we had a reversal. MES was leading index at the time, but this confirmed the reversal after we closed above this high up here, aiming for the 1 hour high that we tapped into the end of the line, which would be here. We tapped and took these out here, and then came up a little higher. At which point, M&Q was showing signs of reversal before MES was, so I switched my leading index to be the M&Q. So at this point, M&Q is my leading index, and I'm looking to take buys towards the 1 hour and the 4 hour what do you call them, highs. I honestly, we didn't really see much retracement throughout the day. I only took one trade, maybe like around 10:35 ish, give or take, I think. So once again, I was looking for sells. So let me just quickly, this is a little easier to understand. Bam. So taking all this out real quick. So if I replay this back to, let's go to open real quick. So at open, I'm looking for, once again, sells on MES, but MNQ begins to show us that we're trying to push back up. So at around, what is it? But around this time here, hold up, where is it? So, okay, bam. So at this point, I'm looking to take an entry here. Once we tap into this stack of 5-minute FEGs towards this 4 hour high, sorry, for this towards this daily high. Once I see this occur, I zoom in on the 1 minute, and I'm hoping to take an entry towards the upside here, which we never really get. So I'm just looking at this point, I'm looking to take an entry towards to see some form of breaker structure. So we tap into the 5 minutes, then we come back down and retake about this 5 minute once again. Sorry, this 1 hour 1 minute low that we had here. At which point I'm looking to see a break of structure above this high. So I'm looking for it to break structure. Bam. So we break structure up here. We break structure up here above this high. But this is kind of where I messed up a little bit. So once this broke structure, we also tap into the next high, the next 1 minute high. But we didn't really break structure fully here. We tapped and we closed equally on the high. I, for whatever reason, considered it to be a breaker structure, but that then in a way that wasn't really my model. I always want to look for a proper solid breaker structure of the up candle in this case. Yes, we opened above the high, but this wasn't a proper solid breaker structure. So at this point, I'm like, okay, I'm taking a buy. So I aim to take a buy at this FEG we left behind, and I was aiming for the 4 hour high and taking a stop loss at this low, and I would break even up at this high up here. But as you can probably tell what's gonna happen, I ended up taking a loss. Boom, because that was definitely my fault. I have a proper breaker structure, therefore I shouldn't have entered that trade at all. At this point, I'm like, okay, we took an L, but once fortunately we de-risk, so I'm only like down up to down like $500, so it's not terrible. But at this point, once again, I'm still looking for buys. We once again re-sweep the last low, which would be down here. I'm looking for us to break structure above this high now, which we don't seem to get. We keep on pushing back down lower. We keep on doing our thing, and then eventually we take out this 1 minute low down here, and we have a break of structure right here. At this point, I see this break of structure, right? And I'm hoping we trying to push back up. So this is where I take an entry at the last bearish leg, stop loss at the low. I'm aiming for these fairly equal highs, right? But also the 4-hour high up here. But I do want to break even up at this level right here. So we wait, and then we do retrace back down into this level. Retrace, break structure above here. But the moment that we hit this break even, I put my stop loss at break even, at which point we break even. But even then, we begin to push back down, and that's that for that. So I took a one loss in a break even trade. The loss was definitely my fault. I should have been a little more cautious of that and stuck to the break of structure I was really looking for, which I didn't get. But then my second trade I think was fine, was decent. You know, I broke even, so it is what it is. But that's about that for the most part. Hopefully, next week we have better price action. Honestly, this whole week has been really, really slow. It's like the last some of the couple of days we have been super, super choppy. Nothing good, no good setups. And we do have news coming in next week as well. We have FOMC on Wednesday, so hopefully that is good that day. Maybe Thursday as well. Tuesday as well. We have no news Monday, so I don't really expect much from that. And maybe Friday we might have something, but as it is at the end of the week. But it looks like we might have some pretty good price action coming next week, hopefully. With that being said, yes, we took an L today. But it's nothing crazy. I am down. What is it? I'm down. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Performance. Where's my stuff? Oh wait, hold on. I gotta get out of this thing. So I'll leave. I am down a little bit. I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, I'm down to 549,535, but it's looking decent so far, but nothing crazy. So hopefully next week is better price action. But yeah, that's that for today, and hopefully once again, I can be a little bit more I have my eye open a little bit better for my next trades. But yeah, that's that, and see what happens next week. So deuces.